Good afternoon, class 6. Today we will start with the first chapter of your EVS, Knowing the Environment, that is the unit, and the chapter is the environment. So you have heard this name before also and you are familiar with it. What is environment? Environment, if you talk in a layman's language, it includes our surrounding. Whatever is there in our surrounding, that all we count as environment. So let's see what we will discuss here. You will be writing the new terms in your notebook. The notebook should be one side interleaf, and you will be writing the new terms in your notebook before doing the question answers. All the exercises are to be done in the notebook. Let's begin the chapter. The environment refers to our surroundings. Whatever we look around is part of our environment. All living beings or organisms live in their surrounding or environment. In this picture, we notice so many things like animals, man, women, house, trees, soil, clouds, etc. Things observed in the first picture can be observed in this picture also, but they are different. Even the dress of man is different from the women. All the things seen in both the pictures are part of the environment, in addition to many other things like wind, rain, temperature, etc. Things in both the pictures are different because of different environment. It means the environment changes from place to place. The environment of desert is different from the environment of coastal areas. Similarly, the environment of plains differs from the environment of mountains. So, you must have observed both the pictures. In the second picture, the men and women, you can make out from the picture they belong to Punjab because they are wearing Punjabi dress. The man has a turban on his head. The woman is wearing salwar suit. You can see the animals. From the picture only we can make out this difference. Similarly, if you see the first picture again, you will see that the man has wearing a cap. There are sheep. You can see the steep farming. So we can make out that they are from mountainous region. So from the picture you can differentiate that they are from different environment. If you talk about South India, you will see that since there it is very hot, people there prefer to wear cotton cloths. If you talk about some coastal areas like Mumbai, you will see that people there find that the environment there, it is quite humid during the rains. They experience lot of rainfall there every now and then at times the temperature also is cooler than the North India if you compare it with Lucknow. So the different areas have different environment, and the effect of environment affect the eating style, the dressing style, everything, right? The environment of desert is different from the environment of coastal areas. Obviously, you can compare both the places. Now, let's talk about the organism. An organism is a living being like plant, insect, bird, animal, man, bacteria, etc. Each organism lives in its environment. Each organism is also a part of the total environment. One organism affects the environment of another organism. For example, man cuts the trees and therefore affects the environment of birds and animals that feed on the tree. We are interlinked with each other, right? So if you talk about this is what we call the food cycle. If you discuss that, like the animals, like grass eating animals, they eat grass, then we eat them. When we die, we are eaten by the sometimes by the insects, birds also, right? The same ways, when we talk about one organism, they affect the environment, the other one. Like when we cut the trees, the biodiversity, that is the animal, the birds, the insects which are living on that animal, they are affected. What is environment? Now, environment is a system that comprises of a variety of elements. These elements include temperature, wind, humidity, plants, animals, man, soil, water, man-made features, etc. All these elements interact with each other and make the environment livable. For example, tree grows in the soil gets moisture from rainfall. Many factors control the rainfall like wind, clouds, relief temperature, ocean, etc. So, when we talk about environment, it includes the variety of different elements like they include temperature, wind, humidity, plant, animal, soil, everything. So, life zone on earth are known as the biomes. Now, elements of environment. Elements of environment are of two types, living and non-living. Living elements are plant, animals, man, microorganisms like bacteria and fungi, etc. They are also called biotic component of environment. Biotic, that means the living. The non-living elements are land, air, water, light, buildings, etc. They are called the non-biotic element of the environment, that is non-living. Now, types of environment. Broadly, the environment is of two types, natural environment and social environment. Natural environment consists of living and non-living elements. The social environment is made up of human artifacts like buildings, dresses, food, roads, machines, etc. You will draw this table in your notebook on the plain side of your notebook. Natural environment. It comprises of both the living and non-living element. Therefore, natural environment is of two types, biotic and abiotic. Biological or biotic environment. It comprises of living elements only like man, plant, animals and microorganism. So, biological or biotic, that is the living elements, and it comprises of man, plants, animals, even the microorganisms. Now, what is microorganism? Microorganism, from the name only it is very clear, and an organism which is not clear or not visible from the naked eye, we use microscopes to see them. They are also part of the biological environment. These organisms are very small and cannot be seen with the naked eye. That is why they are called microorganism. They can be seen with the help of microscope. Microorganisms help in decomposing the matter, therefore they are called the decomposers. In the process of decomposition, the dead bodies are converted into simpler compounds of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water, etc., which mix with the soil or air. All these simpler compounds can be used by plants. So, these microorganisms, they break down the complex organism, that is the dead bodies, and that is utilized by the plants, by the air. It is used by the the animals, and that is the purpose of these microorganisms. They decompose things. So that is all for today's class. Please do write the exercises in your notebook, draw this table in your notebook and the new terms. Thank you class. Take care of yourselves. Be safe at home.